Has this ever happened to you? You're in the car, a song comes on the radio, you start listening to it, and all of a sudden it reminds you of like your best friend who you lost years ago, and you're flooded by memories, or you're grocery store shopping for milk. That's the only reason you're there. And all of a sudden you smell lavender, and it reminds you of grandma. And you start thinking about like making cookies and watching her do her quilting, and all of these thoughts come into your mind. And again, you're flooded with emotions in a time and a place where it isn't the best time to be handling it or going through it when you have to go about your day. Or you're on a first date and you're talking about relationships, which is always a little dicey on a first date. And, he says something and it reminds you like your worst heartbreak, and you don't want to trauma dump all over this person. So you need to, just gently get out of there and put away the emotions that come up for you. Or if you're like me and you wake up at like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning a lot, which I do with chronic pain, but then your mind wakes up to you and suddenly you're thinking of, did I pay that bill? Did I do this? Or if you're hit with like the big existential questions and you start thinking to yourself, it is 4 in the morning. I don't think I can really deal with the meaning of life and like the philosophy of the universe right now when I have a meeting to get to in 3 hours. That's when this is helpful, this technique. It comes from EMDR. It has really helped me out. I am not a licensed therapist or anything like that. I highly recommend them. They're great. And I think you should, the idea on the surface of taking a thought and putting it in a container and like locking it away sounds very World War II boomer grandparents, like stiff upper lip and, bury it deep. But that's not what this is. In 2026, we know how important it is to talk things out, or to, write it on the page, journal it, talk to a trusted friend, hopefully that licensed therapist, or go to the gym, go for a walk, listen to music, sing along, whatever you need to do to get it out and get it processed is good. But sometimes you can't do that. Or if, to use a very recent and current example, you wake up and the leader of the free world is threatening to like end civilization. And, you can't spiral in despair because, oh my God, the dog ate something and I need to bring the dog to the vet. My kid is in a play and they've been studying for like 3 months. So I have to go to this play and put on, the game face of the parent who's not worried about civilization ending, or whatever it is. I have a meeting and I really need to get this done, or I closed on a house and now I have to go deal with that. Whatever it is, this will hopefully help you out. It is something once you get it down that you will be able to do fairly quickly and easily, and it should make you feel a little bit better, a little lighter, and help you out again, maybe once a week or whenever, go through these thoughts and start working through them so they're not so, the volume isn't so loud, and they don't overwhelm you as much. And hopefully that will help too. But in the meantime, we're going to walk right into that technique. I'm going to drop out from here so you can just like look at this nice, cool vault and listen to me. It's short and hopefully it'll be helpful to you. And I will see you on the other side. For the first few times you do this practice, I'd like to ask you for your patience and for you to go slowly as you start to build a container in your mind that's secure enough to store the thoughts that you need to revisit at a more appropriate time. It may help for this if you close your eyes, but you can also just look down and try not to fix your gaze on anything that will pull focus and make you start thinking about that. Please ensure you are settled and sitting in a relaxed position in a private place. You can lay down if you would like, just anywhere where you won't be disturbed. Choose a good temperature. Make sure your clothes are comfortable. Just get as comfortable as you need. Eventually, you're going to be able to just quickly file things away into your container as you go about your day, unless you want to do this whole practice from the beginning, which is more meditative and helpful. But it's important to ease into this skill. I'd like you to notice your breathing and allow yourself to take 3 slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth on your own count and on your own time. As you're breathing, please know that there is nothing for you to do. There's no place else you need to be right now. This is your time, and you deserve to give your brain a little rest. If you were going to store some of these upsetting thoughts in a secure container of your choosing, what would it look like? Is it a castle with a moat? A locker like the one you had in high school? A Mission Impossible style room with drop-down access that only those you allow and Ethan Hunt can enter? Is it a regular lockbox like the ones you can buy at the store for important documents? Maybe it's a safe. It could also just be a ceramic bowl, a thought pot, if you will, that you make using clay and a potter's wheel. Could be a heart-shaped box, a jewelry box that your family member has passed down throughout the generations. And when you start thinking about this container, ask yourself more questions like, is it guarded by somebody who is doing that? Is it in a room in a larger building? What does it look like? But the more you start focusing and imagining this container, remember that whatever it looks like, it will be strong and secure enough to hold all of these upsetting thoughts, anxieties, to-do lists, conversational replays, current events, traumas, and memories that you can think of. What is it? Is it a locked drawer? Maybe it's a shipping container, a child-proof cabinet that only you can open, a bank vault. As you picture it, make sure it's specific and clear enough in your mind that you could describe it to someone else if they asked. You don't have to do this, of course, but just make sure you know that you are in control of all of those details and you know them well. What color is it? How about the size? Is it small and you can shrink things down? Or is it enormous? Is it a kingdom? Is it heavy or light? Is it on a rocket ship that you take to the moon? Is it fixed in one place or can be moved freely? How do you open it? Close it? Start testing that out. Maybe just put a piece of paper in it and see how that works. When you feel like you have this image firmly in your mind's eye, without ruminating, and most importantly, without stopping to judge each thought, just begin to take whatever idea, memory, image, fact, opinion, person, or thought that is affecting you and causing distress, and one by one, just picture yourself shrinking them down and either placing them inside or sending them to the container. Don't lose yourself thinking about each thought heavily. I don't want you to begin to feel all of those emotions too much. Just to make it easier, you don't even have to worry about naming them as you go, but just put them away one by one like you're counting sheep in the middle of the night. You could even do it with just how you're feeling, like scratchy throat or rapid heart rate, whatever the symptom is that you're experiencing with this anxiety, just put that away. That's enough. Your body knows what you're reacting to, so you don't have to think about that anymore. Repeat this step as many times as needed to encapsulate and isolate those sounds, physical sensations, maybe the smells, the difficult emotions, Just everything that you can't spin out about right now, like the meaning of the world at 3 in the morning. Is there anything else that needs to go in there? If it starts stressing you out too much to even isolate it, just put that feeling down. Nervousness, whatever it is, stress. Keep breathing through it. Now, think about the container shutting and close that door or that lid or however it closes. Shut it securely. Is there a lock? Is there a latch? It is now safeguarding all of those thoughts. If there's anything else that you need to do to make it more secure in your mind, like an extra padlock, something to weigh it down, a high shelf or a secret room to hide it in, whatever you need, just go ahead and do that in your mind. How do you feel now? And how does this feel as a process overall? Shall we leave this container in the room here, or is there a different secure place where you would prefer to move it, like the moon, or a tropical island, a lonely castle in the United Kingdom, the middle of the rainforest, or the Bermuda Triangle, or the bottom of the sea? Just take it there in your mind. Now imagine yourself turning away from your container and all of those thoughts and leaving them behind. Notice yourself feeling lighter, how heavy it felt to be weighed down by all of those bad feelings, like each one of them was a rock you were carrying. Now that they're gone, bask in the comfort or the warmth of being free from them. Mentally taking a scissors and cutting your string to it, putting it in this container, and move further and further away from it. Tell yourself it's gone. It's not going to bother you anymore. Allow yourself to be more present in your mind, to focus on just this moment. And when you're ready to end this practice, let your attention return once again to your breath, the sense of air moving in and out of your nose. Gently open your eyes if they were closed, or let everything come back into focus. Notice where you are. Look up, stretch out your fingers, your toes. Start to change position at your own pace. When you're first starting to do this, sometimes for the next hour or two, you will find yourself, your mind, the complex computer that it is that never shuts off, might start cycling through some of this, some of the things that you were thinking about or that were bothering you. And so a really good idea is to just be gentle with yourself the first few times you try this and, keep yourself distracted. Do something so you don't constantly dwell and so it doesn't stop working or you give up right away. Well, that doesn't work. She's nuts. Try gardening, maybe some crafts, cooking, go outside, shoot hoops, do something you enjoy, watch a funny movie, whatever it is to kind of just get out of your head a little bit. Also, it's just good to have some brain rest and some screen rest and, make sure that your mind can focus on something for longer than 30 seconds. Yeah. So anything you can do, even if it's the laundry, it might be meditative and helpful. Now, if this happens a lot during the week and you're getting these persistent thoughts, that's, you really do need to talk to somebody. And I hope you could find somebody great that you trust and, to process this. Trauma isn't something that you should do alone or feel like you have to do alone. So I hope you know that good people are out there ready to help you. Another thing you can do is write things down. They say to keep a notebook by your bed. So at night when you're thinking, gosh, what do I have to do tomorrow? That would replay in my head all of the time because I'm an overthinker. Uh, just write down, really quickly. They say no more than a sentence or so. Don't write like a paragraph on every single thought that you're having, just like that. And then the next morning you can address it, or within the week, look at it with a clear head, not when you're in the middle of it, and see what you think. Otherwise, I do hope that this visual technique is helpful, helps you maybe stay more present in the moment and feel a little bit lighter, better, and less overwhelmed. Take care.